Hello guys, this is Rawsthorne and welcome back to another brand
Wait,
new...
wait. I think I have heard something like this before.
Have you?
Oh
Come
my
on,
god, dude. You're such a copycat.
Come on, I mean, it isn't that bad. I'm just copying one of the best YouTubers in Bangladesh. There's nothing wrong with that, right? I'm pretty sure our editors will cut that out. Will you guys cut it out, please? I'm going to... I mean,
You're gonna get us copyrighted.
Nah.
You're gonna get us copyrighted.
No. We're not cutting it out. You're gonna be a meme. We're gonna keep it and you're gonna be a meme.
All right. Okay, I guess that's better than being nothing. I mean, sure, it's not getting enough views anyway. Anyway, guys, welcome to the 5th episode of the Dinner Convo. I am Mohammed Fahim, joined alongside my co-hosts and my friends. Come on, chill out.
I'm Fardin bin Farouk.
Yeah.
And Shan Khan.
Yes. As you can see, we're one man down this time, but we have tried to double our excitement this time, you know. But as you know, whenever I double my excitement, things tend to get a little sideways. As you saw in the previous episode, we had so many bloopers because I couldn't contain my excitement. But no problem. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna do it. As you can see, I'm now speaking literally trash. I don't even know what I'm talking about because today's guest is just so exciting. I mean, I'm already, I'm getting chills, man. I mean, this guy is like a huge deal for us. And, as you can see, I'm talking crap, but no problem. We'll try to make sure that I talk more, make more sense while talking. Makes sense? All right. So today's guest, if you guys follow our Instagram, which if you don't, you should. It's a crime if you don't, and it's really pathetic if you don't, guys. Come on. You definitely have to follow our Instagram. And yes, if you haven't followed our Instagram, you probably know who today's guest is. If you haven't, our today's guest is a very special person, and probably one of the most special persons the Dinner Convo family has ever seen. This person, he is a part of a duo along with his friend. He was a part of a duo, and they actually reached 700,000 subscribers yesterday. So we're actually throwing them a party, I guess. So that's awesome. And he also made something exceptional this year. He made this calendar with YouTubers. Can you guys believe it? A calendar with YouTubers. That's fascinating, man. All right. So without any further ado, let's introduce our today's guest all the way from England. He's joining us. Jamie from the Zach and Jay show. Jamie, can we have you?
Yes, boy!
Oh my God, that energy!
I like
that. Oh, yeah, I love that energy.
Yes, boys, let's have it. What have we got from it?
How are you?
How are you,
man? I'm amazing, man. I'm blessed to be alive. How are you, boys?
We're fine as well. We're happy to have you.
I'm fine. I said I'm blessed to be alive. Are you blessed to be alive?
Yes,
I'm blessed to be alive.
Absolutely.
We feel that way as well. And the amount of energy is, it's
unreal.
That's what we want, man. That's awesome.
I'm getting it from you, man. That intro was power, man. I have to bring my A game to this interview.
Oh,
thank you so much.
This sounds exciting. I mean, the show has already turned into a fun zone. I can't help but wonder what's coming up next.
Oh, who can imagine? We can only imagine.
Exactly. Hopefully, we'll be able to give you a great time. And Jamie, without a doubt, will love this to give us a great time. And so without any further ado, Jamie, this is a free conversation. You can talk about whatever you want here. And this is just a conversation to start an interview. There is no formal code because we're not wearing suits and ties here. We're wearing our regular pajamas and like home clothes because we meant to make sure that this is a regular conversation. So
cool, man. All good.
Without any doubt.
Is my audio, by the way, is my audio okay, or should I go inside?
Perfect.
No,
it's fine. It's fine.
Great. My voice sounding crispy, yeah? My voice sounding nice and crisp.
Yep.
Okay.
That's good then. All right.
We'll record an album for how good this audio sounds. Boys, that was so bad.
Right. No,
it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
Gentlemen, let's talk. What do you want to talk about?
Oh,
Why
we were
don't
talking about
why don't you introduce yourself first
So
to our fans?
okay, no, wait,
Let
Matt,
me-
no,
let-
I'll talk. Wait, Jamie, you need no
Yeah.
introduction, man. You're awesome, all right? This
Oh,
man
wow,
needs no
thank you.
introduction. So, let's talk about. First of all, congratulations on reaching 700K yesterday. That's big,
Thank you,
man.
brother.
That's good news.
Thank you, man.
Congratulations.
You're
So how
welcome.
big do you
Cheers,
think
guys. Thank you.
this achievement is for you and Zach?
How do you think this is different? You know, I don't think the number is very different to me and Zach. I think 700,000, 600,000, 500,000, 800,000, 900,000, they're all just lots of people, man. They're all hundreds of thousands of people. But I think that the big difference on this one, like we've never, I don't know, we've never celebrated success that much. When we got to 100,000 subscribers, we did a video, and I don't know, there's a clip of me and Zach super gassed that we hit 100,000. But me personally, I never actually internalized what that really meant. I felt in a weird way that I was kind of faking the happiness because I thought that's what you meant to do. And 500,000 subscribers was exactly the same. It was, it's another big number, nice one. But I think, throughout the kind of some personal journeys and growth that I've been through as an individual, I've kind of realized, like, shit, if we aren't celebrating every day and every moment and every milestone and sharing that joy with other people and people that are part of that journey and that 700,000 people as well, then what are we celebrating? What are we joyful for? What are we grateful for? And I don't know, if we can't be grateful for those big things, what can we be grateful for? I mean, we can be all grateful for the small things in life. But I mean, which I am very grateful for. But it seems silly to miss out the big ones as well. So I think that the big one for me isn't necessarily a number, but it's the emotion attached with that number, and what that number represents is hard work, a journey, people appreciating our art, us putting out an energy and putting that through a medium of YouTube videos, and having other people recognizing that and acting to be involved in that and see more of that by subscribing to our channel. So yeah, man.
Whoa, that's very.
Jamie, do you have a screwdriver in your hand?
Yeah, bro. So like, normally it's like the real life podcast where like, if someone asks me a bad question, I'll just go like, all right, mate, watch out, yeah. But no, I've just actually picked it up. I've just picked it up and I'm fiddling with it. So don't worry, boys. You're under no threat.
No problem. No problem. I probably got a little scared after seeing the screwdriver. Okay, so
yeah, this isn't any sort of like intimidation method. You have nothing to worry about. Ask me whatever you want.
Oh God, thank you, Jamie. Thank you. That's a little relieving for Fadman, I guess. Okay. So okay. Don't mind us. We throw a lot of bad jokes now and then, so ignore if our jokes are tasteless.
That's okay, brother. I've told a shocking one before. That is absolutely fine.
Okay. So, this is actually a very good moment for me because from grade 9, I've had a very British accent. I've got to copy British people because with their accent. But I was a fake British guy, and it didn't make sense. Today, I'm finally getting to talk to a guy who's from England and actually speaks the British accent naturally. So it's big. It's big for me. Okay.
To be honest, I don't know how British this accent is. I'm from Manchester, so there was a video where Cody Coe and Noel Miller, these huge YouTubers in America, were like analyzing one of our videos. We're like, oh, have you seen the Zach and Jay video? Where are they from? Oh, one of them is definitely British. I don't know where the other one's from. So yeah, this Manchester accent's a little bit different, where some people don't even think I'm British. So I mean, if I'm British enough for you, then that's all that matters, man. So yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, if you
Jamie,
say British, that means you're British because no people, except for the British people, nobody calls it British. So you said British, you're definitely British. Okay. All right.
So Jamie, how did you start YouTube?
How did I start YouTube? We edited a video and we uploaded it. That is how we started YouTube. How we got into YouTube as a career prospect is a longer story. It's a more complex story. Essentially, me and Zach have always had a zest to live life. And, we've got a very finite amount of time on this planet, as we all know. And I don't know, there's a lot of ways that we're told that you're meant to live life. There's a lot of more traditional, easy routes to live life that don't necessarily fill your soul. And we saw this kind of, I don't know, we just basically, one of the zests to live life was sneaking into places. There was a massive rapper called Skepta that was playing in Manchester. And I saw a load of staff members going backstage with a load of drinks. And I thought, what would happen if I grab a bin and walk behind with them? And yeah, what'll happen? And what did happen was I met Skepta, this amazing artist who's one of the biggest in the UK, who I've loved for years. And I told Skepta that set was sick. I chilled there for a bit. I got kicked out. I said, before you kick me out, let me tell you the story of how I got in. I told them the story. They loved it so much they let me stay. That's just one example of a zest for life. Like we had a laugh. We means that continue doing that. We bought Olympic kits when the Olympic ceremony was happening in Manchester. So all these Olympians were celebrating their success of the craft that they have dedicated their lives to become world champions at, or the best of the best at, to compete in the Olympics. And they were going around Manchester. There was hundreds of thousands of people there. I mean, Zach just bought a kit from super cheap. It was on sale. We bought a medal from eBay, £15. We bought some shoes that were half price as well that looked exactly the same. We got on there with them. We got ushered on. We were riding around Manchester with these Olympians. And by the end of the day, it had gone super viral because a news outlet had interviewed us while we were on the flow on the bus. And they'd gone, wow, we're like, what did you guys win? And I panicked. Like we were both panicked. And I accidentally said, like, we won the Olympics. And then Zach was like, no, we did the fencing. And one of them was a bit suspicious and like, what sword did you use in the fencing? And Zach was like, I don't know, the sharp one. Yeah, we basically had no idea what to say. That one went super viral. And from there we were like, right, what else can we do? We started sneaking into places and we realized that this is probably not a very this definitely is not a professional route. This is definitely going to hinder some sort of professional jobs. But you know, this also has a huge opportunity to create a platform that you can monetize in other ways. Work with brands, create our own means of monetizing, whether it's ads money or through our own entrepreneurial ventures with our audience. So yeah, that's what we did, man. We just started sneaking into loads of places. We built up an audience. Now we're at a stage that we're working with brands. The next stage is create our own entrepreneurial endeavors, which can just help us live an amazing life while also adding a lot of value to the world in impactful ways as well. So that's kind of where we're at the moment. The first year and a half, which is where we're at now, was on like aggressively growing to a stage where we don't run out of money, essentially. Now we're at that stage. It's like, right, where do we want to go now? We want to keep growing. We want to keep keep doing what we're doing, but we also want to add a lot of value to the world with more impactful stuff. And yeah, we're having some very exciting and interesting conversations on what that will look like. So yeah, man.
Whoa, this was such an interesting story. My God, wow,
Such an interesting person.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
I love it.
That was awesome.
definitely did not know that when you sneak to the Olympic parade, you definitely didn't know that you were going to come here. You definitely didn't expect that this is you'll be sitting here 2020 with 700,000 subscribers. That's just unreal. Oh God.
I think the only way to know where you're going to go, wow, this is a good one. The only way to know, right, where you're going to go in the future is to do what is safe. If you work super hard at university, you can get a good job. If you get a good job, you know you can become the boss of that firm if you work super hard. That shit's safe. The only time in life when you don't know what when you don't know what the outcome is going to be is when you do crazy stuff. You follow your energy. You follow a certain idea. You follow the scary things, because that's the whole reason why it's scary, because it's unknown. And if you're following a good energy, if you're following good principles, good things will come. And yeah, you never know where you'll end up. But we enjoy every minute of it right now. And yeah, I'm glad we followed that energy.
Definitely, we're glad as well. Wow, I mean, with the most of the guests we have had on the show talk about like have a very serious way to get where they are. They're like we saw this and then we did this, which is fine. It's normal. We've never had a guest on the show who were like, did what you guys did, which is awesome. Fantastic. Okay. Moving on to Sean. Sean is desperate to ask you something. I can see it in his face. Come on, Sean. Unleash the beast.
Yeah, actually.
Have it,
So,
Sean.
I mean, your videos they're just so creative. Like the last video that I watched was probably that fake model video. I mean, that was insane. It got 18 million views. So, like, how do you get such crazy ideas? Like, how does it come to your mind?
It's a good question. It's a good.
Yep.
To be honest, the biggest idea we ever, I'd say, like, what is a sick idea? And I think people will look at our YouTube channel and say, how do we come up with so many sick ideas? When essentially we come up with a lot of shit ideas as well. We just come up with a lot of ideas. And because we've got this huge platform and because we spend all of our time making these videos, you see the sick ideas that we do. You see the Fashion Week video, you see the alpaca one, you see the one where we spent 24 hours on London Underground. We have all these ideas, but we just kind of just do them. I don't think we're necessarily more creative than anyone else. I don't think we necessarily are come up with the best ideas in the world. We just have a platform that shows these ideas. I think a lot of people who work in 9 to 5 jobs, they have just as many good ideas, but they don't execute them on them. Or if they do execute on them, the editing isn't amazing, so it doesn't go to as many people. They don't have a platform in the first place. So we've just got this big platform now that has been built up on ferociously executing on these large ideas. That it's kind of naturally growing as a result. And again, I think that kind of comes with like, how much do you believe in your ideas? How much do you believe in yourself? How much are you going to believe in the process? We said to ourselves fairly early on when we had £20,000 in the bank each, we are gonna put 20 grand each here. Like we're basically gonna throw everything at this YouTube shit, regardless of how much money, regardless of what it takes, basically. And as a result of that, we believed in our ideas. And now when people look at us 2 years in, a year and a half in, they say, wow, you guys have got amazing ideas. But essentially, we just threw a lot of like money. Essentially, we spent £5,000 a month collectively to just do these ideas full time. When we didn't have that money, don't get me wrong, we still did crazy ideas. Having money isn't an excuse not to do it. When we did the Olympic kit, yeah, it cost £100. Maybe somebody who was super poor couldn't afford it. But I would argue the majority of people could afford it. And I think as well, we did actually return some of the stuff because we couldn't fully afford it either. So I think, we double down on our ideas. We take pride in our ideas. We do spend more time on our ideas. We spend an hour a week brainstorming. But a lot of the ideas that we come up with are just cool shit that we want to do that kind of pokes holes in society, that points at a funny way that society does things and says, what if we do it the other way? And I think that's what you got with the Fashion Week video. I think that's what you got with the alpaca video, the 24 hours on the tube. Everyone commutes for 2 hours a day in London. What happens if you commute for 24 hours? Everyone takes dogs to some restaurants. What happens if you bring an alpaca? What if is a question that I guess we're asking ourselves without actually asking ourselves. But yeah, man.
Oh, I mean, full starts
That
with
was
what
great
you
to hear.
It is so interesting. That's awesome.
I love your response, boys. Everything I've said, you go, whoa. I'm like, yeah.
Trust me, when we're saying this, we're being honest. We haven't heard anything like this in our lives. So when we hear it from you, it's just so shocking and so fun at the same time. I mean, we've always wanted to talk to crazy people who do stuff like that. And we've rarely found this because if you do them in our country, you'd most likely get arrested, all right? But
Yeah,
you
man.
did there,
Yeah.
and it was just awesome.
So, Jamie, how has been quarantine in England?
I've been quarantined. It has been. I mean, there's two ways of answering, right? It's been fine. It's been all right. You know, I've had it very easy compared to a lot of the country and the world, to be honest. But yeah, it's been very interesting. It's a very interesting process, I think, for everyone. I think there's never been a time that I can remember where the whole world has been humbled, where we're all reminded at the exact same time of how fragile everything that we're doing is. I think everyone has gone through their own very interesting journey and process. And I think, to be honest, it's a bit of a shame if you haven't gone through that. And I think a lot of people have are probably asking themselves, wow, I just went through so much shit mentally. I was so anxious. I was so depressed. Maybe I was so worried. But I think that's how you're meant to feel when you've got a global pandemic. You're meant to feel those things. And I think feeling those things in a time of complete unknown, one that you would say is vastly more negative than positive in the immediate thing of a virus that has come and will kill hundreds and thousands of people. No one's going to be happy about that. No one's going to be hopeful towards the future about that. Maybe there's aspects at the end, like there's aspects of what this means that you can feel hopeful for. But yeah, you should feel unhappy. You should feel confused. You should feel anxious, and you should embrace those feelings. You know, you shouldn't necessarily think that is a bad thing. But yeah.
Okay, wow.
I'm just laughing at the moment because, like, Fardin, you asked me such a simple question of like, how was lockdown for you, bro? And I'm just going in, man. Like, this is just me going in. I could have answered that so easily of like, yeah, man, it was cool. I made a few vids with Zach. It was cool. We made some YouTube vids. It got a bit much. We worked super hard, but I'm going in.
You can definitely say that.
No,
Yeah,
I just have a crazy question right now after he asked that question. So, like, if the world was coming to an end, right? So, what would the last thing that you would do?
Oh, damn.
You know, I think one thing I would do, it's quite easy to answer this question quite quickly with an answer. I think one thing I'd do, I think there's a few things. There'd be there'd be like see my mum, see my sister, see my family. But then, to be honest, I think like I just don't know whether I'd probably just like follow my heart. You know, I feel like I have no idea where that knowing that the world is going to end would take me emotionally or mentally. And I think the best thing to do in that instance is not say I would do this, because you don't know where I'd be. So I think I'd just like let it just hit me and say, right, I'm just gonna follow my heart on this one. It might be the journey into Manchester to say hello to my mum. I'd die on the way. If it's a meteorite, I'd die. And then in which case I've died on the train before I see my mum. It might be I hug my housemate and tell her I love her, and tell her I don't love her. Well, I do love her, but she's not my girlfriend. But like, yeah, just to like share the moments we've had. I'd ring my mum, and you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what I'd do basically. I'd follow my heart.
Fantastic answer, Dave. Fantastic answer.
Yeah,
I mean, imagine
yeah,
if you're just in the washroom, if you're just in the taking a dump, then you know you can't really follow your heart, and then you have to visualize everything.
100, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, Zach. I'm sorry. I'm calling you Zach again. Jamie.
You call me Jay twice and Zach once.
I'm sorry for that. I actually, this is a fun story for you guys, for our listeners out there. I actually referred to Jamie as, as Zach during our conversation. And I was like, oh my God, this guy's going to get angry and not join our podcast. What are we going to do? And he was very chill about it. So thank you, Jamie. You're an awesome person.
Yeah, you asked for, what did you say? Oh, can you invite Jay? And I was like, bro, I am Jay. No, it's completely fine, man. Like, we get mixed up all the time.
Well, thank you for considering that. Okay, Jamie. Now we're going to a little, I think it's an interesting part of our whole show, this segment that we actually didn't have a name for it. So basically what we do is, we ask rapid fire questions in 2 minutes, I believe, guys. I guess it's 2 minutes, right? Yeah. Okay, so in 2 minutes, we're going to ask you really quick questions, like questions which have like one word answer and stuff. Was it 2 minutes or 1 minute, 30 seconds? Now I'm confused. Guys, do you remember?
I think it was 1 minute and 30
it was
seconds.
For 1 minute. It was probably 1 minute. 1 minute.
It was a bit more than 1 minute.
Yeah, it was 1 minute, 30 seconds. I remember. I fixed it. So in 1 minute, 30 seconds, we can ask you a couple of questions. And at the end of the day, the number of questions that you answered will be like your total score. And we'll put you up on the leaderboard on our Instagram page. We actually started this yesterday. So this is a competition between all our guests, hopefully till the 100th episode. Let's see what
Sounds like it's a real thought-out process you've got here, boys. Sounds great.
Thank you, man. Thank you, James.
I liked it when you said we're going to do a quick-fire round of questions. We like to call it Oh, actually, we don't have a name. Yeah.
Yes, no, because Jamie, we'd like to give you the honor to name this. Do you think you have a possible name? Even if you name it Jamie, we'll call it Jamie throughout. No problem.
What's let's do it, and then I'll name it after, or I'll suggest the name after.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah,
sure.
that's really
We will be honored.
Okay, exactly, no problem. Yes. Okay, so I'll put the timer on, and boys keep on counting. Even we're probably gonna put the score up later when we upload the video. And
I probably have to count with my fingers.
Exactly. So, Jamie, no pressure. The pressure's on me.
I actually am feeling the pressure a little bit. Genuinely.
Okay, so 1 minute 30 seconds on the clock. One word answers. Pretty simple. I stumble. We had a few. We started the previous episode on the 4th episode. We've had Brez, who is a musician from France. He's awesome. So he had a total score of 17. So if you beat that, you'll take the first place. All right. So
one of my best mates is actually called Brez in Manchester, which is quite funny. So yeah.
Oh wow, that's great. That's great.
That's great.
Awesome. Okay. So without any further ado, Jamie, these are normal questions. No pressure, mate. I'm not gonna ask you something weird. It's gonna be something really general. So in 3, 2. Oh my God, I'm feeling the pressure. I don't know if I can keep up with the time. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Jamie, where were you born?
Stockport.
Well, do you like the place where you were born?
What? Sorry.
Wait, I'll pause it. Do you like the place where you were born? Can you hear me perfectly though?
Yeah. I like the place I was born. I mean, do you want more than yes or no?
No, it's fine.
No.
It's a quick fire round.
Rapid fire question.
One word answer.
Rapid fire round.
Probably like a one-word answer that you.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
What's one thing you miss about your birthplace?
My birthdays.
Your birthplace. What's one thing you miss about your birthplace?
And don't keep it that close to your.
I think we should.
I miss seeing my friends. I've missed seeing my family.
All right. So, Jamie, do you play football or soccer, whatever you want to call it?
Yeah, I play football.
What's your favorite team?
Manchester United.
Who's your favorite player?
Harry Maguire.
If you had the opportunity to meet one celebrity, who in this world, who would it be?
Myself.
If you had the chance to collaborate with Mr. Beast from the USA, would you do it?
Of course.
What's one thing about YouTube that you love the most?
The opportunity to influence people in a positive way.
Okay. Do you consider yourself a famous person?
I mean, I don't consider me famous at all, but you guys know who I am, and you're in Bangladesh, so I think by default it's maybe yes, but I don't really like the idea of me being famous.
Okay, so that's time's up, but we're gonna give you the one more question since you will be naming the show, and the last question that we want to ask you is, The question is actually, I mean, this is pretty lame. I came up with it like now, so yeah. So the question is, like if you weren't doing YouTube, what would you do now?
It's a good question. Shit, has it got to be quick? I've already been too slow. I don't know. I'd be doing something that I'm passionate about, I think, and something that I enjoy, and something that has an impact, I think, because that's what I'm passionate about and enjoy. I think I'd be testing the status quo. I'd probably be causing trouble somewhere. Yeah, don't know what job I'd get with that. But yeah.
Okay, so that's the end of our rapid fire round that is soon to be named with Jamie. So guys, did you get to count how many did he answer?
I think it was 11.
11. Wow, that's a fantastic score. You put up quite a fight. Okay, so Jamie goes second.
It was probably for a minute and 30 seconds, I guess.
Yeah, a minute and 30 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you did a great job. Jamie's going second.
Oh, thank you, man. So did you.
Thank you. Jamie goes second in our leaderboard. We'll update the leaderboard on our Instagram as soon as possible. So, Jamie, it's your turn, man. It's your stage. Name the show. What would you want to call it?
What's the name?
I was My eyes are in the sun, so if I've got my eyes closed,
It's fine, it's fine.
shield them from
No,
the sun.
it's fine. It's fine.
I'm not any
It's
less
fine.
connected or interested in the conversation. But yeah, what am I going to name the show? I'm going to name the show the Why Wait. The Why Wait Show. Yeah, and do you want to know why I'm going to call it that?
Yeah, you can explain. This always sounds interesting.
So yeah, me and Zach have really been thinking a lot recently on like what makes our channel, and yeah, I think the thing in my mind, yeah, well, we basically had lots of discussions recently on what that is, and we've been trying to synthesize the energy of what it is and what we're putting out and what we're doing, and we've kind of and we believe that we're living in the best time in the world to be alive, and I think you four guys with Adian involved, you four guys are examples of that, because you've set up something in lockdown in a global pandemic. You've been creative. You've used the internet, and you're reaching out to people all over the world to exchange information and education and energies. And I think so we think it's a beautiful time to be alive with all of these tools that you can use to change your own life. And means that being YouTubers around and making good money and making a living, but also to impact other people using our platform to raise loads of money for charity, to shine a light on charity, do great, amazing things in the social impact area as well. And so we think we're living in the best time in the world to be alive, to create change for yourself, for others. So why wait? Why wait to do all of those things? Why wait to create? Why wait to live? Why wait to love? Why wait to change your life for something better, or keep the same life but have a better life? Why wait to do anything really? So yeah, the Why Wait quiz or the Why Wait show is a good one for you guys. But yeah, the Why Wait is going to be like our new YouTube slogan that we're going to start kind of implementing. That I think summarizes our message quite nicely.
Yes, so we would
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We'd be happy
Thank
to
you
name
so
it
much
that.
for that.
I mean, we don't even have to discuss
name.
because our segment in our podcast being named after Zach and Jay's legacy, their idea, their ideology is massive for us. So yeah, we definitely call it the Why Wait Show. So now on, guys, Why Wait Show. That's what we're gonna call it. So yeah, and this is going to be fun, fantastic. Okay, Jay.
Boys, I'm honored that you would call the show after our slogan. So that's cool, man.
Thank you, man. We're more than happy to do that. Okay.
Brilliant.
So Jay,
that's huge for us.
Exactly. Talk about like your recent video that came out. Like the YouTuber calendar that you did. How the heck did you do that, mate? That's sensational.
Yeah, man. So first of all, we knew that we could get YouTubers or influencers involved in the calendar. We know most of them in the UK now, and if we don't know them, we know people who know them, like those other YouTubers that we do know. And I think in my mind, we were going to push that through our audience. We've created an amazing calendar, guys. Buy it. We won't just leverage our audience, but other people's audience will be involved in it and want to buy it as well. But something that we kind of changed a little bit in the angling is we asked ourselves, like, how can we really leverage the audiences that the other creators on this calendar have got and sell those to calendars and make them want to buy? And I think that was the key difference that we did. Instead of just use YouTubers and put them in a calendar, which was really low effort for them, we kind of created what we thought was going to be a really dynamic, competitive kind of league table that would get those guys selling to their audience, competed against other people. I think YouTubers are super ambitious, super number-driven people who do actually care about social causes. So we were just trying to bring that out of us creators and them creators, with kind of that framework. So for the first day after the week, we gave everyone their own personalized codes so that they could push them to the audience and we could measure how much money they made and how many calendars were bought. And then, after every day, we would release the results of every creator, or the top 3 teams and also the bottom 3 teams, that would help kind of motivate the top 3 teams to stay in there and hopefully have people wanting to win, and have the bottom 3 teams really want to get out of there. So that was the YouTube calendar. It did cool. It raised like £20,500. However, I do think like we didn't get as much engagement from the YouTube community as we would have like hoped for or liked. I think the ownership wasn't really there. We didn't really set people up for it. We just kind of sprung it on them because we thought that's how that would really get the competitive juices flowing. But essentially, it kind of didn't. People just distanced themselves quietly away from it, which is fine as well. It's all kind of we made some great money, and yeah, it was a cool product as well. So people who received them are super happy with them.
Wow. I mean, the idea itself is just mind-blowing. It's fascinating. I mean, nobody comes up with such ideas. You guys did.
Talk about the creativity.
Exactly. I mean, schools should take inspiration. Schools should be like, let's just stop writing essays for a moment and watch Zach and Jay show, and then we'll learn what they did, and then we'll implement this creativity. This is like, you're not pressurizing anybody to do anything, but people are competing against each other. You're actually increasing their efficiency, which is good for the economy, good for the world, and it's just mental,
Definitely,
awesome.
man.
Awesome.
Yeah, 100. Yeah, I mean, we definitely had a lot more shares of the video, which we wouldn't have got before. So, like, big creators with millions of subscribers would include it in their video and promote it. Like, there was a lot of noise on Twitter that we wouldn't have got normally. So, I definitely think we got a lot more exposure than we definitely got a lot more exposure than we would have done if we didn't have that competitive edge to it. But yeah, it didn't like get everyone going. Like when you watch KSI Logan Paul fight, everyone is talking about it, everyone's thinking about it, everyone's feeling it. I don't think we kind of got the same feeling as that, but yeah, man, like you swing sometimes in life, you miss, you swing sometimes, you hit, and sometimes you hit a home run. I feel like this was a good hit. It wasn't quite a home run, but we keep swinging, and yeah, we'll have home runs.
Yes. You made Herman. We actually use a cricket reference because we play cricket here as well,
I mean, yeah, I don't even play baseball. I suppose it's an easy analogy. Maybe cricket, you hit balls and sticks. No, I don't know.
All right, fantastic, Jamie. So, honestly, guys, you guys are just listening. We are attending this live with this person. It's just mind-blowing. I know I do praise the guests a lot, but this time it's over the top because I can't express my feelings being here, and so can Shan and Fardin. Because like before you joined, like on the second, Shan was like, "Oh my God, what is this? This is so exciting, man! I mean, I want to see this one." Thank you.
Yes, boy. Your enthusiasm is infectious.
Thank you. Okay, because Jamie,
standing up, nothing's changed. Don't worry, I'm still here. I'm just standing up, getting a bit more air.
Yep. No problem. No care. Okay, so Jamie, this show is the thought that we had in mind when we started this podcast was to motivate people, to cheer them up during this particular mood, which I guess we've been successful in doing with bringing you, and his motivation is also a part. Jamie, what drives you, and what would you advise to other people trying to do something with their lives? Like perhaps chasing their passions or trying to, whatever, about success. What's your advice on it?
I think I've thought about that a lot recently. I think like it's so. I don't know, right? I don't have any of these answers. All I do is just do me. I don't know. I don't know whether you should follow your passion, whether you should do your own, whether you should work really hard in something you're not passionate about, and then when you get good results in that, you know more about that experience and what you like and what you don't like, and then you can apply that on whatever that passion is. I think that probably is my advice, actually. I think what I think is like people are looking for things that are going to make them happy, right? People are looking for the job that's going to make them happy, the relationship that's going to make them happy, the this, the that's going to make them happy. Find passion in life and existence without any of that shit. Wake up and say to yourself, I am going to have a good morning. Then when the afternoon strikes, say, I am going to have a good afternoon. Then when the evening hits, say, I am going to have a good evening. If you do that every day, you've got a good life. You don't need to find your passion. You don't need to find a girlfriend. You don't need to do this. When you get to that space of enjoying life, regardless and independent of all these external things, then you'll naturally want to do those things. There's a reason why we work and not all sit on benefits. There's a reason why our YouTube channel is on 700,000 subscribers and we make good money. There's a reason why you guys are connecting. You don't have to do this. You weren't super passionate about podcasting, and like you said, you enjoyed conversation and stuff, but so yeah, maybe you know what you're passionate about, so you're doing it for that reason. I think there's a lot of people that wait to find something that they're passionate about to be passionate, and then find something when you're passionate. Well, like, you don't need to find anything that you're passionate about if you're passionate about the day, because you'll be passionate about everything. That's one thing I noticed. Like, my last business before this, I sold software to universities. That sounds so boring looking back, but I was so passionate about it. because I was passionate about the day, and I was passionate about where it could take me, passionate about where it could go. I think waiting to find a passion is just kind of an excuse for your own mind, and instead looking at yourself more granularly, and yeah, just trying to enjoy the day while you're kind of slowly searching for these. Don't put on your to-do list, find something you're passionate about, be passionate about, and put on your to-do list whatever you want to do, whether it is find a job opportunity, whether it's create your own thing. And yeah, never let the thing that you're trying to do find your passion take you away from that passion. A lot of people set up businesses because they're super passionate about the problem that they're trying to solve. Halfway through that, they lose that passion, and as a result of it, the business becomes their life, and it becomes consuming. If the business is bad, their life's doing bad. Your life should never be dependent on like these things around you. Your life should be kind of happy whether they're there or not. And I think there are so many people that could live more passionate lives and richer lives without ever doing things that they're passionate about, and without ever making any money, just by in themselves. And it's weird, and it's kind of a bit of a paradox, because it's taken me 7 years of running two businesses. The previous one was a university tech company. This is a YouTube channel. We're 2 years into this. I ran the last one for about 4 years, maybe 6 years, to kind of realize that. And it's ironic because now I do have money, and now I am a success. But I've not been happy until this point. I've never been fulfilled until this point. And it's not the money and the money has made me realize that, because the money just kind of accelerates you to realize how you feel. If you're unhappy, you're going to feel unhappy with money. If you're happy, you're going to be even happier with money. But it just makes you realize what you want in life. And yeah, it'd be so easy for me. 700,000 subscribers, that's not a lot of people. Mr. Beast got 30 million. Logan Paul's got 20 million. If I'm a super ambitious guy, which is what I consider myself, that I would be unhappy. And that's why I was saying at the beginning of the podcast of like, we've got 700,000 subscribers. That is so many people, man. That is so many people. 600,000 is so many people, but I wasn't happy with 600,000. I wasn't happy with 650,000. 700,000, I'm so fucking happy. The number hasn't changed that drastically, but my attitude towards that number has changed drastically, and it will just continue being, I'll continue being passionate and appreciative with that number when previously I haven't been. Yeah.
All right, that's good to hear. That was motivational and fun at the same time.
Jamie,
Yeah.
mate, I might have to DM you on Instagram, because I think I have more to learn from you.
Right, I'm gonna keep doing these podcasts, and I might upload them somewhere, because yeah, like, I feel like I'm saying a lot of shit, which maybe some people want to hear, and I don't really.
Absolutely.
Just a quick one, boys. I love talking this shit, man. I love speaking to you guys and seeing your eyes light up and go, yes, this is good. I love that. Yeah, I'm kind of reserving that for whenever the opportunity arises, as opposed to like leaning into it and doing more of it. So yeah, it's great for me, man. This is inspirational to you as well.
Yes, and the thing about you said about appreciating the sub count, I mean, that's awesome. And we tend to go with a similar spirit. Like last week or so, we hit 100 subs, which isn't a lot, but we're like, the way we think it is, 100 people, if we invited them to our house is going to be crowded. So that's a lot of people.
Mate. We run. We'll be trashed.
Yeah, exactly. We might collapse, you never know. But,
Collapse.
Exactly. But, the number, what matters is people, no matter how many people are watching our content, probably enjoying it. If not, that's their opinion. Maybe we've got some nice things. But, if they're enjoying it, we're happy. And one last question, one last thing that I want to talk about, Jamie, is, Pardon, Chan, do you have anything to talk about?
Hey. Was that you guys?
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any problem?
No.
No, I didn't know whether you asked me or Shannon Farden.
Oh.
Okay. Thank you for calling us by our name. This is the first time anybody has called us by our names. It feels like the wrong thing to guess when you do that. Thank you very much. And
you're welcome. I mean, you guys have got names, right?
Exactly.
I'm not gonna call you 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so Chan, Pardin, Alian, and I would like to thank us from the bottom of our hearts for the Ramadan video that you did. We are all Muslims, and our religion is, is misunderstood a lot of times. And the way you guys explained the whole thing, why we do it, the reason you do it, the hardships that you face while doing it, which is actually fine. We don't really face any hardship. It's really comforting for the soul. And the way you educated the viewers was awesome. So if you could just tell us, because most of our viewers are from Bangladesh, they're all Muslims, they would probably want to know how you got the Ramadan video idea.
Yeah, I've always enjoyed, like, I think one of, it's good to hear that, by the way. It's good to hear that you respected that. And I think as all the videos we've done and all the ideas we've had, I think that's actually received like the most love. It's got like 550,000 views, so it's not like the biggest video. But I feel like I've got the most love, or we've both got the most love through like the response of people. Like the comments were so like loving and genuine, and like, I don't know, yeah, contentment and fulfilling and all those good words. I like really cool people message me and say like, yo, that was sick, nice one. Like it was just, we got a lot of love for that. Yeah, but where do we get the idea from? The Zach and Jay show, we've got like 3 main things that we kind of focus on. That we tried banding it in, and that's like hustle. If you don't have any of the opportunities around you, create them yourselves. You've got to explore, and that's exploring different places, exploring different perceptions, exploring different cultures. And the last one is connect. And it's connecting with the people that we interact with on the journey, and connecting with the experiences and the places, and trying to leave a positive mark as opposed to a negative mark in all of those things that we're doing, whether we're hustling or exploring. And I think this one was a good example of us exploring a different culture, and exploring a different religion, and exploring a different practice. And essentially like it's exploring things that over 1 billion people do every single year, that is like, if you do it, you know everything about it. It's a very big thing for a whole month. No food and drink within daylight hours. Some people do the pilgrimage. This is a huge thing, but if you don't do it, it's just what the Muslims do, you know. It's over there. And I think yeah, like bridging those 2 things is exploring just as much as like traveling on a plane is. So yeah, that I was quite intrigued to do it. I've got a Muslim friend, in terms of the practicalities, a Muslim friend, Hassan, basically just rang me up and was like, yo, it's Ramadan coming up. And I was like, oh yeah, what's it saying? He was like, oh bro, you should try it. And I was like, nah, fuck man, I'll be starving. And I was like, actually, you know what? If 1 billion Muslims can do it, like if loads of people can do it, like I can do it, you know. Like I'm not less capable than 1 billion people. Like I could, you know what I mean? I'm no better, but I'm no worse. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll give it a try. That could be interesting. But literally, like, if I'm being very honest, I kind of went into it kind of excited to learn, but I didn't think it would be that crazy for me. I was more like, I thought it'd be a cool video. We checked, again, being honest, we checked how the views would do. Like, and other people had done it and it did quite well. But then, like, yeah, like as it was happening, I really felt very, very connected to the whole experience. There was a moment in the video which really kind of captured how I felt, which was me really appreciating the annoyance that I had towards Zach talking too loud because I was angry about food, to me not really being able to do enough work, to me having to wait 3 hours until I could eat or drink next. And me just going, hang on a minute, like that is the pain that, or that is a fraction of the pain that people who don't have access to food and water really feel. And I'm feeling annoyed about that. Like that genuinely is a real privilege on my behalf. Like think about, I'm not appreciating that privilege of me being annoyed. So, and then it made me really analyze everything in my life. Like, what am I not appreciating and what am I not looking at? And that really made me think I'm not looking at the fact that I can go in my fridge and get food. I'm not looking at so much of my life. And really, like, it was so poignant and I really felt that message. And I still feel it to this day, really, the appreciation aspect. And to be honest, I think it could have been actually a catalyzing moment, something that super like sped me up into kind of where I'm at now with appreciating 700,000 subscribers. So yeah, that was that. How was that?
Yep. Thank you. Well, I mean, we respect you a lot for doing that, and this just feels great. I mean, all around the world, in different parts of the world.
That was great.
Different parts of the world.
I feel like I may have waffled too much, but
No, it's fine.
I think I may ask very simple questions, answering in very like philosophical ways, but it is my mind trying to work these things out themselves. You know, like I'm trying to. Like, this conversation is like getting these thoughts out, and you know, it's cool, crystallizing things in my mind.
Exactly. Okay. So Jamie, thank you for joining us again. This has been a huge pleasure. I mean, we can't even express how good we felt doing this. And before you guys go away, before you guys leave the podcast, listen to this. Although we're having a fun conversation, one of the main intentions is to motivate you guys to ensure that you feel happy after watching this podcast, to ensure that you're motivated to do something after watching this podcast, which I believe you would be after you see what Jamie has said. You know, and do your thing. Go whatever it is. If it's helping one person, that's still something. Do it. Just do it. All right. We never knew we would have a podcast, but here we are. So do it, guys. Just don't wait for the right moment. You got to do it. All right. So
yeah.
Thank you. Martin, so would you like to do the annoying part of saying goodbyes?
A quick reminder, guys, before we end our video, I just like to tell everybody to watch our previous videos. You will love it. And of course, subscribe to our channel and like this video. And if you have any suggestions on how we can improve our channel, please write it in the comment section below.
Yes, turn on the notification bell as well. And we'll also leave Jamie's, Zach and Jay's social, Jamie and Zach. Although Zach could make it this show, we'll probably have it in the future. So I'll leave both their socials below. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, of course. It's fantastic. Love it. And follow them in their socials as well.
You're amazing.
Yeah. Thank you, Jamie, for joining us. As always, stay happy, guys. And yeah.